Over half of all ICOs die in the first 4 months. Next on your 4-Minute Crypto News for July 12th, 2018. Hey guys, welcome to the 4-Minute Crypto Show for your daily dose of crypto news. Now today's show is from a post by John McMahon at newsbtc.com and is brought to you by Turnkey Mining. Interested in mining crypto but have no idea where to start? Well, take a look at the solutions, the turnkey solutions offered at turnkeymining.com. Now, a new study out of Boston University found that half of all cryptocurrency startups that completed their fundraising through an ICO or initial coin offering, they're dead within 4 months of their launch. The first ICO was launched only 5 years ago, but most people never heard of the term ICO until 2017, when the strategy really took off along with the rising price of cryptocurrency. A schedule of ICO funding in the last year shows a growth in funding dollars from $400 million in July of 2017 to just over $4 billion in March of 2018, tapering off in the summer with numbers at between 1.3 and 2 billion for the last 2 months. Now, this amount may mark investor weariness about throwing money at a project just because it uses the term cryptocurrency or blockchain in its name somewhere. The recent study from Boston University, which analyzed the intensity of tweets from startups in order to measure their lifespan, found that only 44.2% survived longer than 120 days once their initial coin offering is complete. Researchers Hugo Benedicti and Leonard Kostrovsky, and I know I pronounce those names wrong, but I pronounce every name wrong, so I apologize. But they examined 2,390 ICOs that completed before May. According to Bloomberg, there are to date 1,000 coins that have died either because of regulatory problems, bad financial management, or just because they were a bad idea from the start or from the very beginning. There's also been a lot of startups that were scams from the get-go. So there's the reasons. Aaron Brown, a business author who writes for Bloomberg Profits, said, "I accept the figures I've seen that 80% of initial coin offerings were frauds and 10% lacked substance and failed shortly after raising money. Most of the remaining 10% will probably fail as well." The research from Boston concludes that turning over an initial coin offering investment as soon as it funds is actually the safest strategy. As, I'm going to say it wrong again, but as Kostrovsky said, what we found is that once you go beyond 3 months, at the most 6 months, they don't outperform any other cryptos. The strongest return is actually in the first month. Investing in an ICO is a risky endeavor, as he said. I'm just going to say he, but as he said, people often look at returns and say, that's a great deal. But we teach in finance that their return is a compensation for their risk. So what do you think? Have you bought any ICOs that have gone under? Let me know in the notes. And thanks for joining me for today's show. If you're watching this episode on YouTube, please subscribe and add a comment. If you're listening to the podcast on iTunes or any other podcast player, I'd really appreciate a great 5-star review. These things help way more than you realize. They really do help the show. So until tomorrow's episode, this is Gary Leland. Say please join me every day, every weekday at least ways, for a new episode of 4-Minute Crypto. This is a CryptoCousins.com production.